Okay. Alright, I think this is working. Let me just look. Perfect. Mute that. Ow! That's embarrassing. So this is the team. Oh no, I don't want to switch with Carolina. That's not. No, I want Carolina in it. I usually take out Arizona. This time I think I'm actually going to take out Florida. Place it with Great Britain. So that should be pretty fun. I think we're all set then. Division realignment's fine. Oh no, I want CPU trades on. I don't want morale on. I don't like playing with salary cap. Coach edits lines. I like that being on, but that's it. Player type would be nice too. That way I can just see who's playing, like, that way I can draft based on like positional need rather than, or not positional need, like play style need. Turning down injury sliders, I don't want to just have to combat injuries every time. I think we're all set. Sorry, trying to plug the stream. All right. So again, we have like a really good AHL team and a terrible NHL team. I took Team Great Britain. Give me a sec. Okay, so I added 2 players from, or 3 players from uh what's the Team Japan, because there weren't enough players from Team Great Britain, and Team Japan was arguably one of the worst teams. You do actually have a few players with things here. Liam Kirk is an actual NHL drafted prospect. But yeah, this team's pretty bad. So we'll go to the AHL team. The AHL team is actually kind of fun. Juha Lammikko, probably one of our better prospects. Hope I brought myself some snacks. LOL. 75 overall, medium top 9 forward, so he's probably going to be on the NHL roster next season. I'm keeping him in the AHL. I'm keeping all players from the AHL team on the AHL team. I know that's probably not the best strategy, but I think it might be kind of fun, you know. What's his two-way forward? And his best attribute is his shooting and physical. So he's like a power forward, two-way forward. I just said that. I don't know how you say it. Mammon turned into like a decent player in my last playthrough, but I don't think he'll be that great. Paul Thompson, AHL depth. Dryden Hunt, again, a guy that probably won't be that great, but medium top 9 forward. Same with Haapala, Zolnarchuk, Sebastian Repo, Anthony Greco, Ryan Horvat. Yep, so a couple decent prospects. Lammikko, Hunt, and Mammon probably lead the way. This is just in the AHL. As far as defense goes, good God, Florida's bad at drafting. Riley Stillman, I should have probably changed him. Probably a medium top 6. 7th D. Goalies. That guy. Yeah, okay. That guy looks like he wants to be Scott Darling, but can't. Cliff Poo. LOL. Oh shit. Sorry. Typed something up wrong. Alright, and if you are on the stream, please leave a comment. Tell me what to do, if you want me to make a move, if you think I should stay, see how many games I win. Let's go. As far as in the system goes, I'm not sure how many prospects Florida actually has. So we'll go to rookie skaters. Owen Tippett's the best prospect. Heponiemi Nasson? When was he drafted? Oh, he played with Selgren. Huh. He didn't turn out that great in my playthrough. Tippett. I don't think any of these guys really turned out. Sarah Noel as well. After that, that's kind of sad. Rookie goalies, any of them? Wow. Well. Alright. Please, wait. Before I do anything, Florida had their first round pick this year, right? It was Spencer Knight. Okay, they have a first, a second, a third, 3 fourths, fifth, a sixth, and a seventh. So they have all of their picks plus 2 extra 4th round picks. Alrighty. Let's get going. I think what's going to happen is we're just going to go towards January. This is typically the halfway point of the season. We're going to see how many wins we can get. Over-under is probably 0. Alright, Dylan is being a butthead in the comments and my mentions. I don't appreciate that. So yeah, welcome to Team Great Britain. If you would like, please leave a like on the stream. I guess it supports. I have no idea how this thing works. Wow. This is quite possibly the worst scouting. That guy's an E. I'm just gonna fire him right off the bat. I've never seen a team with an E as a scout. Holy crap. Like, even this guy that's all C's is better than him. Okay. So that's an immediate upgrade. I could use another USA scout. This guy, he's just slightly better. He can rank shooting a little better. Okay. So I need 2 more. I can hire 2 more scouts, essentially, with what I have right now. There was a good OHL, okay, there were decent OHL scouts. What's this guy's efficiency? Efficiency's a C, discovery's a C. This guy just seems like he's slightly better than the rest. Dane Galvin. Good old Dane. Russia, meh. Europe. I typically don't hire a whole lot of... I hire a couple European scouts, actually. This guy's a C, but he's got a B- in shooting, whereas the other European scout has a C. B. And he's good at discovering prospects, so he might actually get me a couple gems in the draft. I think I'm going to sign this guy. Alright, hopefully he'll... I don't know, the development of this thing is really weird. Oh yeah, my player's in this thing. I forgot I made a player for me, so whoops. That's embarrassing. Alright, Dane Galvin accepted, as did Charles Agostino, and Marco Krupp, and I think the other guy did as well. Already an injury. Good start, guys. A 7-1 loss. Well, we scored a goal. Before I do anything, it's a momentous occasion. I pressed B. Alright, whatever. Alright, never mind. Can't do it. I was gonna see who scored our first goal, but you know, whatever. Alright, let's view the draft class. Shit. So, me, high franchise, I made this back when I actually played the game. Already an assist per game, almost a goal per game. Elite speeds, getting a puck protection. No comparisons. I like that. Don't like being compared to other people. I'm too cool for that. You know? Way too cool for that. Malikov is the second best player playing in the KHL, I'd assume. Patrick Kane comparisons. The only other guy we've seen in the top 5, because this is where we'll be picking. More than likely in the top 4, but you know, gotta check. Ilya Yaskin, another pretty good guy. Goulet comparison, or if you're Southern, Goulet. Thank you. I do my best. Okay. And another guy. I think it's the same guy that's just getting hurt over and over and over again. Alright, our first game where we didn't score a goal. He's back. Hey, we had an overtime loss. We had two this season. Wait. Oh yeah, the shootout loss in our home opener. Hey. We got 2 points. I think there's only been one game where I've only had where I've had like a 1-point season. Think with this team, I've never gone 0-82-0. I've always had like 1 or 2 shootout losses. or overtime losses. Another injury. Another injury. This is where like when all the team gets injured because all of them are really bad, like durability and stuff. This is where they all get super. This is where the team starts getting better because we start calling up better players. So like we get one guy who like boosts the offense just because he's better than most of the other team. Um, it doesn't really help all that much, but you know. All right, New Jersey, 20th loss of the season. There we go. 3-2 loss. Back-to-back shutout losses. Nice. Hey, we scored. Yeah, this first season is basically the whole point of this first season is to just kind of see what we can get in the draft. Like, if we can get the franchise player, if we can get a very good elite player that will be in the NHL, if we can get Byram, who, if I recall correctly, isn't an NHL player in his first year, and if we can get Yaskin, or if we can get Yaskin, because I'm not drafting Broberg, sorry. I hate him in real life. Alright, so no gems yet. Most of our scouts probably don't know what gems are. Wakabayashi is back, or is out. Ugh. Yeah. Again, I like starting off with a really awful team. Like an awful, awful team. Um, that way I can... Oh, hey, an overtime loss, by the way. That way I can kind of build... build the team up from scratch, see what I can improve on, like make small improvements every year. Well, the first off season, any improvement's a big improvement. Okay. Okay, so I sent a couple people down. This guy's out. What I might do. So I have to keep like a couple of the Great Britain players during the first off season. Hey, shootout loss. Okay, so like we've come close to our first win. Oh, 35-4. Nice. And we've got Jacob McDonald leading the team with 17 points. He's got to be the guy we called up. He has to be a guy we called up. Yeah, okay. We called up the defenseman. He has 17. Actually, that's pretty solid. 17 points is not that bad. Then the next guy in 15 more games has 3 less points. Shit. Yeah, this is bad. Alright, well, you know, cool. So we'll just sim to the final game of the season against the New Jersey Devils in the hope that we can win all 42 games and make the playoffs. We won! 1-0 in the shootout! We didn't score a goal! We won! Yes! Oh, and we beat Pittsburgh too! Oh, that's the best. Oh man, I'm really happy about that. Man, we won one game. Alright, we're gonna view the draft class now. We won a game. Um, man, it's taken my man forever. It took him forever to find anything about Byram. So, shutdown ability, heavy slap shot, great puck mover. Interesting. Injury prone. Byram's one of the best skaters in the draft, yet, like in real life, yet they rate his skating as a C. Okay, NHL. They probably just didn't want to make him like too good right off the rip, but that's kind of embarrassing. Okay. Bykov, our scouts actually rank him third, along with this guy. So I might actually pick him up. Nicholas Backstrom comparisons. That's good. Could always use a center if you need them. No. Oh, one gem. Low elite, 40th overall. That's not where Pittsburgh's going to be picking, so I might actually trade up. Because this isn't a great draft. No comparisons. He's probably a sniper. I don't know. Let's get the place. Yeah, we'll get the playstyle. And yeah. So that's a decent draft now. Because there's one gem. So yeah. That guy is able to play Lachowitz. It's a rough guess. Man, we didn't play for over a week and a half. Wild. And we lose. I guess that's pretty on brand for the rest of the whole season, to be honest. um Kane's Netfront is streaming. It's been a while, man. It's been a minute since I've actually streamed anything. Like it's I've been trying to find a new method of streaming, but I didn't know that I had a YouTube channel. I just assumed that I didn't. So yeah, we're busy making Great Britain into a contender. As you can see, it's going great. It's like golf. Your objective is to lose. No, okay, all right. Did my best. Oh my God, 9-1. Wow. We won again. Another shootout win, but this time we scored a goal in that win. So we have 2 whole wins now, both of which are shootout wins. One against Pittsburgh and this one against Vegas. Another shootout win, this time against Boston. All right, we're beating all of my least favorite teams. All we need is the Rangers and we'll be set. All right, this guy. I'm really curious to see which players are the worst. Yep, there's my player, which I forgot to take out. Man, Capo Caco is ranked 7th. This is hilarious. So we'll say that, like, Jack Hughes, then Caco, who's ranked 7th. Who got picked 3rd? Was it Doc? Where's he at? Okay, he's ranked 8th. Then it was Byram. And then the last player, I can't think of who was picked. Oh, it was Turcotte. There's no American, so I'm not gonna try. And Nathan Dunkley's a bust. We kind of knew that. All right. Ooh, a regulation win against the Stars. Nice. Okay. 4 whole wins. Nice, nice. Oh, Montreal too. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot about Montreal. They're actually one of my least favorite teams now. You know, I found a YouTube video the other day where this guy is like talking about how mad he is that Aho signed with the Canes. And he was like, you know, we play them in their home opener. I just hope somebody flattens him. Hope somebody hurts him. And then in the very next sentence, he goes, well, I'm not calling for violence. And I'm just like, really, dude? All right. The New Jersey Devils. We're going to simulate the game to see how bad we get our asses kicked. All right. We want that simmed. Okay. First period. We only let up 1 goal. Good job, team. Drew Stafford, who is still playing. Rutkus scored. And okay, 6-1. That's pretty average for our team this season, I'd say. 571-6. That's actually one of my better starts to a season with Great Britain. All thanks to Jacob McDonald, who had 34 points in 67 games. What a guy. That's impressive. He slowed down a little bit at the end to let everybody else. What a team player, man. He let everybody else catch up. All right. We're gonna sim to the draft now. There's nothing that I want to actually see. But I do find it really funny that like I did a stream, or I didn't do a stream. I did a Great Britain sim last night, I guess, just to test it all out. And Liam Kirk actually turns into a really good NHL player because of this season. Because he grows like 7 points of, like he grows ridiculously fast because of how high he's been placed. Um, and it just like continues. Uh, so I had two Liam Kirks when I did it with the Coyotes. Um, they're saying Baikov's a gem. Interesting. Why? 200-foot game. He's a playmaker. Huh. It actually moved Broberg down and Jaskin and interesting. Oh, we don't rank Byram very high. That's crazy. Alright, well, so this is the May one. Okay, so we now have Pisani, Frederick Pisani as well. Pro release, offensive instincts, and foot speed. Theo Fleury comparison. A left wing sniper. Baikov, and another playmaking center at 40th overall. So I think we're going to try and trade Pittsburgh's second and a fourth for maybe both Pittsburgh picks that we have for maybe like 39, try and get that guy. Because we're looking for the best prospects that we can possibly get in this draft. I'm not really looking for volume yet because the first two drafts are not good. Okay, third overall. Not bad. Go to view draft class. So third overall would net us Jaskin, because that's who our scouts have ranked third. He is a right wing sniper, A+, B physical. Okay. I mean, he's a really good player, probably NHL ready, about 72-ish overall. Whereas my player, his only downside is physical, but they say Baikov's a gem, though. I'm really curious as to why. Huh. Still think we're going to try and make a trade for first overall. Retired players. Who retired? Marian Hossa. Zetterberg. Yep. Okay. And Ron Hainsey is now a scout. Apparently. I did not see who won the cup. I should probably go check that out. Let's see. We got Tampa won the cup. Okay. Congrats to them. Toronto won the President's Trophy, but didn't win the cup. It was Vegas and Tampa. So Vegas, back-to-back cup final appearances, back-to-back losses. Nice. Sagan won the Art Ross. Tavares. Doughty won the Norris again. Woo. Svechnikov won the Calder. Things I like to see. Melchiori won the Masterton. Okay. Congrats to him. I didn't know he was on my team. Cool. Sometimes when I do these sims, they'll bug out and have my goaltender win the Vezina because he'll be like playing like 36 games and he'll just face like an insane volume of shots. And they'll be like, yeah, Vezina candidate right there. He had like a decent save percentage. Okay. I'm going to do something bold here. I already have Owen Tippett, who is 74 overall at age 20. He's closer to being NHL ready than Sarah Noel. And I'm going to try and pry like a pick away from them. Like an extra, like a fifth, 130th overall. Woefully insufficient. So let's just try it without the fifth. Woefully insufficient again. Okay, so I don't want to give up any other picks. I don't want to give up Nassen or... So as opposed to Noel, let's try it with Tippett. It's still woefully insufficient. No goalies, match and block. Try giving him Cliff Poo. Again, woefully insufficient. Okay, so I might not actually get... I really want first overall. Just looking for a few options. Maybe the third round pick. Edmonton's third. Isn't where it needs to be at all. So that's actually better. The second. Oh no, it's woefully insufficient again. Second and a third. That mortgages our future. Okay. So unfortunately my player's a Detroit Red Wing. Are the Islanders looking to trade this pick? They're not. Yeah, and that's just too much. Alright. My player's 83 overall at the start. Malakov's 80. They're like, pick Byram, pick Byram. I don't really want to. Jaskin, right winger or a center. We already have two good right wing prospects in Tippett and Noel. Hapaniemi is a good center prospect. But when you can get an elite guy that's a playmaker, I think Hapaniemi is also a playmaker. Fuck. Alright, we're going with Bykov here. 79 overall, so he'll probably be my first line center next year. Round 2 now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I really want this second round pick. And I will trade you. For 39th, I will trade you 47 and 94. What you mean it's not sufficient at all? Okay. It's probably because they don't want to trade it. Those picks. There. Okay. I just threw in an extra fifth. Cool. So let's trade. Or let's go. Don't think he's been picked yet. Cool. This low elite guy. I mean, there's more at Cedar as well. It's funny that he's in this game. Very raw prospect. That's kind of concerning. Kid is a lot closer to being NHL ready. What is he? No, he's also... Crap, he's also a center. Alright. Drafting 2 playmaking centers. 65 overall. Best prospect drafted. In terms of just pure overall, since Sasha Mitala at 30. So that's pretty solid. We still kept our third round pick. 64th overall in exchange for I get 68th overall and 130th. So I just moved 4 spots down and I get an extra 5th round pick. Problem is this draft's really bad. This also means that there's a player that Detroit likes around here. So I get a chance to steal it from them. Oh. If I had to guess, it's Chaykovich. That's my guess. So. Yeah. It would have moved me down a few spots, like 4 spots, and I don't want to do that in this draft. Another player that New York wants with 109th overall, I move down 10 spots and I get 162nd. That's not worth my time. This means that there's a player that they like. Oh, it's this guy, the gem, Simon Holmstrom. Oh, the first round pick in this draft by the Islanders. Interesting. Okay. Bit of a project, 2-way forward. Shooting's really good. Physical's pretty solid. Puck skills and defense are really bad, but So is every other Florida prospect. Haha. Fun joke, Matt. Okay. We don't know if that medium elite's actually true. This guy is an overage player. His skating's still rough, even though it isn't in real life. Oh, I didn't see this guy. Really scares me, though, because I see that. Oh, but our scouts like him more. We haven't drafted a defenseman yet. Alright, taking a risk. I didn't mean to do that. We're taking a risk. Sergeyev there. Defensive defenseman, 58 overall. Cool. Yeah, I put on the to show me the overalls and the player the playing style, because I don't like guessing the overall the playing style. It doesn't really affect how I draft either, you know. So this guy's high backup, so probably not an NHL goalie. Probably more like a really good AHL goalie, kind of like a Callum Booth was, and a lot of Kane Sims. Okay. Nothing really stands out here. I've not drafted a left winger yet, so we're going with this guy. And I think that's it for this draft. Yep. Alright. So, decent draft. We got 2 gems. Got a really good player. I'm pretty sure all 3 of these scouts are getting fired. I can do better than that. I can definitely do better than this guy. Yeah, both C minuses, so. And I'm just gonna fire this AHL scout. I don't like scouting the AHL, so I typically don't. Okay. Bakov, 79 overall. Already the best player in the system. Like, in the entire organization. Mammon actually grew really well. He was a 74, 75, I think. He's a 77 now. Boom. So we'll go to all expiring contracts now. Just do it like this. Dryden Hunt. Welcome. Qualify him. Hepaniemi will get a contract. Welcome to the team. Rutkus actually has NHL or like AHL potential, so he'll be a decent AHL player. Everybody else will be off of the team. Left wingers now. Lamico, another guy. He won't be on the NHL roster more than likely, but Mammon will be. Proplin, I'm gonna say no to. Liam Kirk, I'm gonna offer a contract to because he's so young. Yeah, see, he was a 58, 57. He grew 5 overall points. Medium top 9 forward. Just AHL depth, I guess. This AHL team. Greco. I'm gonna say no to all of these guys, I think. Defense. Oh my god. Yeah, I forgot how bad Florida's system was in terms of defense. Santu Kanunen, I'm gonna leave him. I may have gotten rid of that one guy. I need to go grab him again. Drager. Okay. So we're gonna need to sign a ton of people, is what I'm hearing. Bykov accepted. Cool. So he's the guy that I actually wanted us to accept. Ugh, goodness. Sorry about that. Couple qualifying offers were submitted. Okay. First thing I always do, because I always forget, is to assign scout, or is to get scouts. So I don't have any WHL or QMJHL scouts right now. That's a really good scan. Okay. So I definitely need one of those. This guy's okay. Perfect. QMJHL. This guy's about the same. He's okay. So I also need, so I have one scout in all of those regions. Three USA scouts, one Russian, two Scandinavian. I think I'm gonna get rid of a Scandinavian scout for this guy, or for this guy. Then also get rid of a USA scout for this guy. So let me go do that. Lowest rank contender. A lot quicker. Alright. I already hired. That's 3 scouts. I need this one as well. I need 2 more. No good OHL. QMJHL. USA. Actually, USA has a couple, but I don't want more than 1 per region. I have 2 European scouts already. It's kind of a lot. Scandinavia, I don't need more in. Man. This guy's not even that great. Yeah, he's not much better than... I could just have 3 European scouts. But I scout Extraliga, NLA, and DEL typically. I'll go with this guy who has a couple Bs. And that'll do it. For now. There's no good Russian scouts, otherwise I would sign a Russian scout. Alright. Now. Free agents. What I like to do is sign as many good players as I can. And I turned salary cap off, so I could just offer them millions of dollars. So they could sign with me. Don't really care as much if they're bad contracts. Yet. Okay, I want him for 5, because that'll put him at 33. He'll still be like a serviceable player by then. I don't really want Furland. Furland's not actually that good. Patrick Maroon. Jason Spezza. Sure. Not gonna contend. I'm gonna lose him to Tampa. I didn't see that he was offered. Filppula wants 2 years. Okay, probably shouldn't have done that. Panik. I'll do Yenmark, actually. Defense. I don't want Spiza, per se. But, gotta do it. Again, I'm just offering them stupid amounts of money. Just to have a team that can win a cup. couple of games. Bolyu, I only want him for 2 years. Same with Schuster. I only want him for 2 years. And then Nosek. No, I already have a couple centers. Goalies. I need a starter. Riddich would be nice, but kind of cheating, so I'm going to go with Mrazek. Mrazek kind of falls off pretty heavy. And then I'm going to go with Mason. No, I don't like Steve Mason. Hutchinson. Get him like a slightly better contract. Okay. No, two-way. Sorting by potential. Liam Howell. Totally didn't sign with Dallas. That's mine. All mine. That's a really good prospect to sign. Jesper Bachfest as well. Another guy where if he signs, this would be huge. This is a second-round pick of the Devils. Zetterlund. Nobody signed. Olsen. I've already signed a couple centers. We'll go with Lindqvist here. Soderlund. Nassen. Told you I didn't sign him. I accidentally got rid of him. That means I'm not gonna sign him. Period. I have no contract space. Or I have a lot of contract space, so I'm just trying to sign players. So if I don't get a couple guys, I'm not gonna be as mad, but I'm still gonna be kind of mad. Gallant. Boom, tons of players. I actually made him a lot better in my edits. As high as I am on Listerine in real life. Fitzgerald. Galvas. Just looking to make this team better, man. Stenqvist, I'm gonna pass on. Setkov. 20 years old. He's 71 overall. I mean, you know, even if he doesn't grow all that much. And I would like a goalie for the AHL. Mishka. Think that'll do it. Think we've signed a whole NHL team. Alright, we got 1 scout, 2 scout, 3, 4, 5, all but 1, 6, nice. Fitzgerald accepted, Lindqvist, okay, Howell, Gallant, Nassen signed with Sweden, dang, or not Sweden, hello, he's Swedish. He's signed with New York, okay. So we do lose our top defensive prospect, but get a lot of prospects. Beaulieu accepted already, NHL team. Johansson accepted. Yeah, Spezza rejected, I kinda knew that. Filppula, Spiza, Eberle accepted, that's a big one. Pat Maroon, Schuster, Hutchinson, Mishka. Bachfest rejected, okay, Setkov. So Eberle's instantly our best player, obviously. Gonna go ahead, just in case, sign 1 more center. We'll go with Charles Houdon because he has an extra year to grow into maybe a 79. And then that'll do it. That'll do it for this season. Peter Mrazek accepted. Okay, so we get our goalie. And Houdon. Okay. So this team, as constructed now, probably good for 29 wins. That's what I'll put it at, 29 wins. Um, and that's, again, just a guess. I'm not sure, but I still think the fact that our defense is very bad and that our offense is better a lot. Oh, I mean, the thing is though, like I said last year or about last season, like anything is better. So we got Johansson, Filppula, and Eberle. Eberle, first line player. It says second line. He's a first line player in real life. Filppula and Eberle, I guess, might be a solid, like, second line winger, like one of the top second line players. Filppula, fourth line player. Johansson, like third with second line ish potential. Janmark, fourth. Bykov, we don't know what his role is. Patrick Maroon, third line probably. Lamico, and Mammon is now at 79. So that's crazy. Yeah, and we got Owen Tippett now. His role is minor checking for. I'm going to leave him on the fourth line for now. Defense, Spiza and Polio are our top pair. McDonald and Schuster. And then Schimich and Bystrom, with goalies being Mrazek and Hutchinson. Schapala and Day. AHL team's going to be a mess. Lindqvist, Repo, Poo, Horvat, Heponiemi, Zolnarchuk, Farnham. Yeah. It's actually doing well for guys that I want to see develop. Like Cliff Poo, if he develops, great. Heponiemi would be awesome. Gallant, Zetterlund, and Howell. Getting those guys would be cool too. It's also leaving room for Svetkov, guy that we just signed. Walford, Fitzgerald, Galvis, and Stillman's still there. Alright. So, the team's better. I think 29 wins is reasonable because of how bad our defense is. But it could improve. It could improve. It's possible, but I'm not making any promises. You know? So again, we're gonna sim to the halfway point of the season. Ish. This home game against St. Louis. And I'm going to pull up Canes Prospects Twitter on my laptop while this happens. Just to see. Think that's it. 2-3-1 in the preseason. There we go. Believe that's the last preseason game. Yes, it is. Okay. So we went 2-4-1 in the preseason. I am gonna check and see where our scouts are. So USA West, SHL, and SHL. I need a Liga scout. His region accuracy is A+ for the Liga. So, gotta make that happen. This guy's really good. NLA, USA West, West and Central. What's the other USA Wests? Okay. So let's get him USA East. Oh wow, there's really not that many prospects in this region. Um, let me look. How's this region's draft? 1363. I mean, there's 5 players that could be NHL prospects. I'm wasting his talents in the East. Oh, but he's traveling. Okay, so I'll just have to fix that. EBEL, the DEL, and the NLA. Is that the other one I'm scouting? Yeah. Let me just show you. The EBEL has no players in this draft that I would like. So much so that it's rarely actually worth scouting. So we're going to move him to the Extraliga. Because, are there any first round picks in the Extraliga? One late second, one early second, late second, early third, early third, fourth. Like, you're already getting better prospects. So it just makes more sense. Yeah. And a win in the first game of the season. New Jersey, already on pace 82-0. Let's go. Okay, well, you know, I did my best. Yeah, like I said, 29 wins is the goal for this season. View draft class. Okay, so let's see. First overall is Alexis Lafreniere. I actually find that second overall is typically better than Lafreniere. Lassi Alavara. Going to have somebody, Jesper Nordqvist, sure, scout his potential in comparison. Now, we don't know anything about the top 5. That's all of them are in the league. So wait, how many are in the Liga? So we got this guy, SHL. 3 of the top 5 players in the Liga. Wow, that's crazy. We already know that one guy's a bust. He plays in the SHL. Okay. He's a 4th round pick. 2 wins, okay. So we had 5 last season. We're hoping for 6 this season. But like I said, 29 is the goal. Don't know if we'll get it. Defense is still really bad. We got 3. We're halfway there. And we have tied our wins totals from last season. Maybe 29 was too low. And we're now more successful than we were last season. It's crazy. Now, good year for rookies. Yeah, the 2020 draft is actually a lot better than the 2019 draft in this game. 7-8-2. We're almost 500, folks. Signing Peter Mrazek, game winner. The game changer, excuse me. Oh, first line center's out. Terry Philp, the first line center. Gives Bykov a chance to get better. 3-0 shutout win. There we go. You see? I might have made this team too good off the bat. I don't know. There's still a chance. Like, I find that when I actually have better seasons, I don't do as bad in the draft lottery. Terry Philp, though. Like, the amount of times I've finished last in the NHL and then proceeded to get the fourth overall pick is ridiculous. I think it has like an anti-tanking algorithm where like if you tank, you're much more likely to get a bad pick or the fourth overall pick. So that's interesting. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's something. Oh, sorry, didn't know that was going on. Oh, and Tippett is out with an injured groin. Tippett's back again. And Svetkov. Oh no, that sucks. Post concussion syndrome. Okay. Viewing draft class now. Yep. Haile, Lafreniere, Oliveira, Piper. Really good draft. Mikko Koivu comparisons. What's Piper? Patrick Kane. Lafreniere is Patrick Kane as well. Josh Lawrence has an Alexander Steen comparison. Really good draft at the top of the class. We have two busts. One's at the bottom of the third, or middle of the third round. Interesting. For the DEL, a bust. Interesting. Never would have guessed, really. 16, 11, and 3. I guess this team's just good. Sebastian Repo is out with a broken nose. I don't remember if he's on our team or not. Oh no, he's with Springfield. Springfield's had a few injuries this season, which isn't that great. But, we're still doing alright. Okay, well, the NHL team was doing okay for a little while. Yeah, something like that. Actually, this is not bad, because then if we get a top 5 pick in this draft, we're guaranteed another elite player. Alex Petrovic, LOL, former Florida Panther, 78 overall. Doesn't really make the defense better, actually. No, I'm not going to say yes to that. I remember, actually, my first season as a team, we picked up Eric Goodbranson. Yep, 42, so just over. We're not quite last in the division. Detroit is, so Detroit's still bad even with that first overall pick. Bykov, 23 points. Okay, as a rookie, 23 points. A nice, excuse me, I had a hiccup. 69 assists, or shots. Getting some power play time. Everly's kind of eating it all up. 8 goals. He's third on the team in goals, points. Actually, tied for first on the team in assists. Is he a playmaker? Yeah, he's a playmaker. Okay, so that's pretty understandable. Yeah, so that's exciting. Alright. Now, we're going to... I haven't seen him grow in overall points, but I typically don't see that. We're going to sim to the end of April again. Final home game. This time it's against the last place Detroit Red Wings, or at least the last place in the division. But we'll use that with a broken nose for a couple days, about a week, 2 weeks-ish. But we won. Nick, are you turning off? And then, alright, so we're 10 wins away now from our goal that we set, 29 wins. I lied, that's already outdated. We're 9 wins away. So, that's exciting. I set a goal for 29. I don't want to be higher than like 35 just yet. I want to get another big prospect for the system. So hopefully that'll happen. 5-1 win, nice, against Edmonton. Alright, viewing draft class now. We're probably bottom 5-ish of the league. Still haven't scouted these guys yet, but it is just January, so I'm okay with that. Couple. The top 10's looking good. Really, outside of the top 10's looking fantastic. So really solid. A lot of busts, though, in the 3rd and 4th round. 4 in 2 rounds is really concerning. Like 2 in each round is really concerning. So, definitely something to keep an eye out for. And we win against Boston again. Boston seems to be a team that we do well against. I say that, lightly. Now, okay, another win against LA. Cool. Do we beat Detroit or do we lose against them? We always lose against the worst teams. Always. My team always loses against the worst teams. Let's see, you got St. Louis now, and you lose to them too. Just need 6 more wins though, that's really exciting. Only 6 more. 5 more. And it goes out with a pulled groin. Ugh. And now you're getting guys who need playing time. Hopefully with Lamoko's injury out, you'll get some. I still really want that top 2 pick in this draft. If I get 1st overall, I'm going with the Finn. And if I get 2nd overall and Lafreniere's taken, I'm going with the Finn. Okay, 4 wins away from our goal. Yes. And actually we decreased the amount of shootout losses we've had, so this is really good. We either get a big trade coming in, or it's just taking a while. It's just taking a while. Sometimes it really screws with the system if there's a massive trade. Lamoko's back, so we should start maybe winning a game. I don't know. Okay, overtime loss. Alright, 3 more wins. With that win against Dallas, we need 3 more. Jacob McDonald's out with a concussion. He might be back for the last Washington game. 1 more win. In Ottawa, we got our goal. We got to our goal, and we got 30. So we got past our goal of wins, which is really awesome. Really happy for that. I try to make this team a playoff team within 3 years. Okay, now we know that Piper's elite. I think we already knew that. No, it was Rantanen that we didn't know was elite or not. So he's elite. He's being scouted. We know a little bit more about the rest of these guys, which is really cool. And one more bust. This time at the end of the first round. Russ Wojciechowski. Wow. End of the first round. Medium top 9 forward. They rank him as a bust. That's 2 players from Kolner that are considered busts in this draft. Wow. And the DEL doesn't have a lot of prospects. So our scout must really not like these guys. That's really interesting. Now, I do like knowing about busts in this draft. It lets me know which players I need to avoid a little bit. But at the same time, I also like knowing about which players are good and shouldn't be avoided. And I assumed that we'd get at least a couple gems with the new scouting changes that we made, but I guess not. Okay, well, that's alright. Happy birthday, David Cotton. Canes prospect. And 32, 42, and 7. We are going to sim the final game of the season just to see how well our team did. Get a goal from Patrick Maroon. Mammon and Philpolis score. And a 5-0 shutout win with Mammon and Thompson getting goals. So Mammon with 2 goals. 3 stars of the game, Peter Mrazek, 32 saves, Mammon with 2 goals. And Thompson with a goal. Really good game. Finishing up the season, we don't make the playoffs, but we end the season on a high note, 33, 42, and 7. NHL season's ended. I just like simming to the end of the season. That way, you can see who the playoff teams were. Playoff teams in the East, was Carolina one of them? They were not. Eberle, 46 points, definitely a lower end of the season for him, but he also wasn't playing with great players. Bykov actually finished with 45 points, so he did really well. Did he grow into... He grew 79 overall. I think he was no, he might have stayed 79 overall. Janmark actually had a really good season as well. So, you know, the team did really well. Mammon, 80 overall now, third line player, really good. Any rookies? Bykov, Tippett. Tippett had 27 points. He's now a 78. Lemico, Hunt. Yeah. So, not too bad, not too bad. We're gonna check out the team now. I know this stuff's really boring. I'm sorry. A buddy of mine's liking all my tweets. We didn't finish last in the division. Obviously, Detroit finished a good bit low. Finished 10 points lower than us. Going to take a look. Goals for, we actually were second to last in the division. That makes sense. Goals for per game. Wait. Goals against. We were actually middle of the road in goals against. Detroit allowed a lot of goals. Power play goals, second worst. Power play percentage, we were really bad in. Shorthanded goals against. We were tied with Tampa and Buffalo, both playoff teams. Power play goals against. Yeah, we were bottom of the... Shorthanded goals for, we actually had 1. Tampa didn't have any shorthanded goals this season. Wow. Kind of surprising. Not gonna lie. Kind of surprising. We're gonna sim to the draft now. We're gonna take a look at the May rankings. We're going to see, since we finished, you know, probably bottom 5 of the league, we probably have a top 5 pick. AHL season's over. Okay, I don't care. Don't know if we made the playoffs in the AHL or not. It doesn't matter. Just don't think we won a round. I think I'm rooting for Colorado to win in the West, and Tampa in the East. Let's go Tampa. Defend the throne. May Central Scouting rankings now. Again, probably not a whole lot of changes. Rantanen and Suhonen switch. Suhonen was the guy we didn't know about. Phil Kessel comparisons, that's fun. Olivar as a sniper at center. You got a lot of really good players out in this area. I want to scout Holtz a little more. So we're going to do that. Potential in comparison. I don't know why we haven't scouted Quinton Byfield yet. Potential in comparison. This is another guy that I really want to know. He's being scouted. So a couple really good players. Any gems? Not looking. 2. Okay, cool. Justin Barron. I want to know more about him. Go potential in comparison with him. Alexander Ulanov. I want to know potential in comparison as well. I want to know exactly how good he can be. Hopefully I'll find out about that. How many busts are there in this draft? Still the 5. Crazy, man. Not good. So our scouts did a good job finding 2 gems. Hopefully they find one more. Calgary won the cup. So congrats to them. I believe that's their first Stanley Cup. They beat the Ducks, one of the Sharks of the Wild. We actually get 5th overall. Islanders have 13th and 4th overall. Carolina gets the 3rd overall pick. Good of you, draft class. So looking at 4th overall, if we can get Rantanen here, that would be huge. Left wing, 2-way forward. Joe Thornton comparisons. Probably not going to be an offensive juggernaut, but might be on the team to start the season. Probably not. I might keep him for a year in the AHL. That's probably what I'm going to do. If Steven Piper falls, I'm probably still going to pick Rantanen. Hopefully he'll be available. We don't have any left wing prospects. Suhonen as well. Phil Kessel comparisons. Not nearly as good. He's definitely a tier below Rantanen. Gems or busts? One more gem, and it's Larry Eddy, a low elite defenseman. That's 19. Really bad skating. Probably gonna pass on him. Ulanov, another guy very similar. Barron, a gem at 40th overall. We won't be picking near that. Heavy slap shot, mobility, and foot speed, medium, top 4D. And we still have the same amount of busts. So 3 gems that we've identified in this draft. Player that retired. Best player was Jason Spezza, so he would have retired a Great Britain member. Probably would have had a better season. How was your season, Jason? 17 points? You would have had a solid 30 on this team. Sorry, bud. And that was really it. Any goalies retire? Nicholas Backstrom retired. He was the big one. Peter Budaj, who I thought already retired. No, he's still around. Award winners. Let's see. Calgary won the cup, so my guess is that Rittich isn't on Calgary. The Maple Leafs won the President's Trophy again. Did not win the cup. It was Tampa back-to-back appearances in the final. This time it was a rematch, Calgary versus Tampa, and Calgary won. My guess for the Conn Smythe would be, let's go chaotic. Elias Lindholm, Patrick Kane, Drew Doughty won his back-to-back Norrises. That's interesting. Ilya Tolvanen won the Calder. Interesting. No, Rittich. Okay, so he did re-sign in Calgary. Okay. I thought that he hadn't gone. The sim is stupidly reliant on goalies to win the Conn Smythe. And that's it. So 5th overall pick now. Improvement. Maybe we signed 1 or 2 more players than we probably should have, but it's fine, you know. 1st overall, Lafreniere goes to Vegas. Olivara goes to Detroit. Rantanen went third. Dang. Rantanen's the guy that I wanted. Suhanen's here. I really, obviously he's a tier below, but I don't have any left wing prospects. So Suhanen's the guy. I'm gonna stick him in the AHL because there's nothing for him in the Liga. You have a couple players here that I actually think could be worth picking. Got Jamie Drysdale, Josephson, Joakim Leitonen, Zdeno Chara comparisons. Drysdale's defense is really bad, but I think he could be really good. But then there's also Justin Barron, who you know is a gem, Alex Pietrangelo comparison. Two-way defenseman. I think you gotta go with the gem here. Even though there are better players, picking the gem is almost always the way to go. At least in my draft mentality. Alright, so we picked defenseman. We have a lot of center prospects in here. This guy, our scouts are actually super high on, Dylan Robinson, so I think I'm gonna pick him. And now the third round pick, 91st overall. Anthony, right winger. We have a lot of right wing prospects. He's 19, can't skate. But medium top 6 forward, you gotta go with it. 58 overall, so I mean if he gets up to like 65 by the time he's 20, that's really solid. Our scouts are high on Arbuzov, really? Arbuzov, alright, I'll sign him, or I'll draft him. I know. I just didn't like any player there. Alright, so now you got a guy who you know as high something. More often than not, that high potential is really AHL. But he has pretty solid stats, or like attributes, so gonna take a risk with him. 151st overall now. Now I'm gonna go by potential. Phillips, 19-year-old goalie. Puck control's really bad, but we don't really have any great goalie prospects. I don't think I drafted a goalie last year, so why not? Didn't like any player in that area. You still have the chance to pick Vorobyev. I think I'm gonna go with Kuleshov here. We're a little more certain that he could be decent. And another goalie here that our scouts are high on. Jordan Spence, overager. He was actually drafted though, I forget by which team. In real life. Jordan Spence is a pretty solid defender. Lot of fun attributes on offense. Alright, that concludes the draft. A lot of picks, not sold on the later rounds. Definitely scouting still needs to improve. We're losing, or we have 3 expiring scouts. I believe all of them are getting fired. This guy is definitely getting fired, 'cause he's bad. And actually a couple. Galvin, good old Dane. Gonna bring him back. What's this guy? AHL. I don't like scouting the AHL, so that leaves me a spot open for like a wild card. Gives me the opportunity to improve in a region. Add a different scout. Let him scout a couple players. Alright, all expiring. Lemico. as our as like a fourth line player, 26 points. You know, he might not be bad to have on the fourth line. Get him for another year, see what he can do. I think I'm gonna let go of Day. And Repo. Gonna keep Hunt. Just for a year, save a little bit of cash. Kidd. Who was he? Alvin Kidd. He was the second round. Okay, we traded up for him. 68 overall. Gonna sign him. Left wingers now. That was a bad pick. Okay. Chaykovich and Holmstrom. Holmstrom was a gem, and actually Chaykovich is better. So look at me, working harder, not smarter. Haapala, goodbye. Thompson, also goodbye. I'm gonna leave those guys in there for another year. McDonald, goodbye. Fitzgerald I'm gonna sign just as AHL depth for another year. Get him at league minimum. Santu Kanunen now didn't actually improve as much as I thought he would. Little bit of a concern. 2018 7th round pick. Sergeyev, another not great pick, and the high backup is a high backup. Hutchinson doesn't want an extension. Mishka does. I think that's it. So we added a couple prospects. We added a couple, which one? Santu Kanunen on defense, Kidd at center. So just those two guys, really. So not really that much. Mishka. And I think that's it. Alright, this off-season, first things first, scouting, you guys know the drill. Gotta get that scout. Definitely an NHL scout, since I lost one of them, and there's one at the top right there. Now to replace that AHL scout, I already have 2 WHL scouts. There's 2 really good ones. And there's another really good OHL scout. So that's my replacement for that AHL scout. Wes D. Alright. So now... Oh yeah, my other WHL scout isn't great. I have 2 solid OHL scouts now. I'm going to have 2 really good WHL scouts now. And now, free agents. Who is available in free agency? Jake Muzzin, TJ Brody, Cody CC, Chris Tanev, Jared Spurgeon, Eric Haula. Haula would be a good 3C. First of all, gonna sign him. 2 years, ridiculous amount of money. Now the problem is I don't really want any of these guys at the term that they're asking for. Muzzin. Would he accept 2 years? Would he accept 3? He'll be 34. At like this much money. I don't like Cody CC. I can't justify doing that. Alright, which one of Shiri and Nemesnikov is better? Shiri! Nemesnikov is not great in these sims. That should be enough to get past Montreal. Derek Forvart. I could just sign John Merrill, you know? I don't need two massive additions. Carolina's interested in Merrill. Well, too bad. And then I need goalie. I need a backup goalie. Malcolm Subban. I actually really like having Malcolm Subban. Perfect. If I can get Malcolm Subban to sign, that would be huge. Any good? No. Alright, there's gonna be significantly less prospects out here now. Yup. Wow, was he drafted? Okay, no, he wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't lying. Camera. Offer sheet. um, Ave Cuvel. Offer sheet. And I'm gonna add one defenseman. White. It's not Colin White. What is it? Colton White. Okay. So we're gonna advance. We're gonna see which players sign, which players don't. Alright, we got a scout. Got another scout. Shiri accepted. Eric Howla accepted. Malcolm Subban accepted. John Merrill accepted. Alright, well, we've got the two offer sheets we accepted. Jake Muzzin, okay. So the team's slightly better. We get an actual. So the Flyers matched. Okay, yeah, we don't get those two prospects, but that's cool. Alright. So we get Jake Muzzin. We get two depth forwards that'll be put into ridiculous roles on this team because the forward class was not good. Give me a sec. Alright, sorry about that. Had a phone call. So basically the biggest changes obviously are going to be Bykov on the first line. I like Howla on the second line. I think that that's better for him. Plus Bykov might actually just be better. Moved Mammon up. Tippett's an 80 overall. He does not sim well typically in my sims, so that's really cool. Hepaniemi is the third line center. That might be interesting. Dryden Hunt for C. Jake Muzzin, obviously on the first pair. John Merrill as well. He's our second best defenseman. So the defense it just gets a little better, which is really good to hear. You get an upgrade over, your worst NHL defenseman, and then Walford. Well, Walford might develop a little bit. And then Muzzin's a huge upgrade as well, especially the power play. Malcolm Subban is an upgrade over Hutchinson, so he's good for a couple. I didn't draft him. Sarah Noel, another player that I'm kind of excited for. Liam Kirk is at 70 overall now, so he's developed 5 overall points. You got Zetterlund, Howell, Rutkiss, and Horvat. And you got Setkov, who I signed. Might be ready next season. Shemet, Galvis, signed Fitzgerald. And Colton White is another player that I signed. So that's really cool. I'm really happy about that. Think that's going to wrap it up, though. Next stream, we're going to start in the preseason. We're going to have some fun. All right.